Hello and welcome to Cloudforest Vibes. My name's Bobby, and this is how I grow orchids and carnivorous plants. Hello and welcome to Cloudforest Vibes. So today we have an unboxing video again. I have a box of orchids from the Tarzane Group. I was on their website the other day, as I frequently am, and I saw just an amazing little array of plants and I had to order them. So for the first time in a while I bought some plants multiple, and yeah, we're gonna get right into this again. I don't like to delay too much with my unboxings, as you know. So here we go. Alrighty, as always, good literature. Got your coupon codes. They always come with Tarzane shipments. You almost always get a 10% off or more coupon code from them. It's another really good perk of ordering from them, besides of course getting amazing plants. So I'm going to get these plants unboxed and we'll be back in just a moment to take a look at what I've got. So here are the plants. There's actually 2 in one of these containers, so I have 6 plants total, but I have done something really neat and I have branched out into a few different genuses, actually. Things I've looked at for a while and things that I just didn't think were going to be possible to grow because of size or, you know, other reasons. So I'm going to open one of those first. I'm really excited about this plant. This is a Murmur Alba Purpurea. I think it also goes by Dendrobium Cuthbertsonii as well. But it's a small miniature plant. Usually these plants are huge. I mean, they can be really, really, really big. So I'm excited to find one that is pint size as far as this genus goes. Really, really nice. So I'm going to get right in. I know I broke my rule. I don't usually see what I've got until it's open, but this is going to be a loud one. So I'm going to dig in and we'll be back in just a second. I'll show you the plant. Back now. This is the Murmur Alba Purpurea. It is bare rooted here in this little pot, so definitely gonna have to extract it out of here, but it's gonna go on a mount, bare rooted just as it is. I think it's gonna do really well. I think this was definitely grown on from a seedling, judging by the pseudobulb size here versus once you get over to this side of it. But yeah, if it stays around this size or even gets, you know, moderately bigger, that is awesome. That's a nice small plant. Beautiful blooms on this thing too. I'm going to have to use a couple pictures off the Tarzane site and show you guys these blooms, but this is a really, really special looking flower. Really cool. Murmurcophila, I don't know how to pronounce this. Murmurcophila Alba Purpurea. The next plant is also a new genus. I went into the, you know what, I'm going to do this the traditional way. So I've seen these plants before, this genus at least, on a lot of people's channels, a lot of pictures. I've got friends who grow a lot of these, and I've always wanted to get into them. This is a Solagini Corombosa, another small species of what is normally and can be extraordinarily large plant genus. Some of the Solaginis you see, some of them I've seen on Roger's channel when he goes to Burnham's and places like that. I mean, it's like this table and then some. It's unbelievable. This one hopefully will stay nice and small and be able to be managed in my environment. It is a cool to intermediate grower, so I need to look up a little bit more about this plant and see just how big it could get. I guess do my research, but it's gonna live somewhere. It's either gonna be in the tank or in the tent, somewhere mounted. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm extremely excited. It's got a really beautiful bloom as well. Small, but absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. So I'm excited about this plant as well. Always love getting into new genuses. I love to collect, so that is that. Solagini Corombosa. Really cool. The next few plants, I can't remember, is it all? No. No. I lied. I actually have another new genus. It's going to be in here, so I'll get into this one. Again, it's going to be loud, so I'll be back in one moment, get these two plants out, and we'll talk about it. So I will add this little bit in, something you'll notice and something you get with Tarzane. Amazingly packed plants. I mean, absolutely every single time. I've never had them come in bad shape. The shipping is really quick. I'm in Washington, D.C., they're in Florida, and just, it's almost always overnight, even though I choose 2 days. It's really, really quick. Goodness, this is so awesome. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside for now, and we're going to talk about this one because this is another new genus for me. This is Leptodes Unicolor. You see a lot of people, they grow the bicolor version. It's got a white and purplish pink flower. This one has basically an all pinkish flower. Sometimes it's got some white, or it can be white, I guess. But really, really neat plant. It's a warm to cool grower, hot to cool grower. Brazil and Argentina, grows in bright light, and it's small. It's really nice and compact. It's going to go onto a different mount. I'm not a huge fan of the cork tiles, but it's going to look really good, and I think it's... The next plant up is this one. I'll go with this because it's already unpacked. My camera cut off again, guys, forgive me, so I had to start this over because I didn't know where it cut off. This is an awesome little plant. I found this. It's a Papua New Guinea special. You guys know how much I love my Papua New Guinea orchids if you watch my channel at all. And it's an absolute micro miniature, so it's got just everything going for it that I look for. And something very, very special about this orchid, and any orchid that has this trait, is it has true blue blooms. Awesome. I don't have many. I think I have one other plant, the Chrysocentrum Murrellianum, that also has blue flowers, but this does have true blue, almost like a baby blue, crystalline looking little flower. I'll throw a picture up. A really, really special plant. I'm a little nervous. It's supposed to be a cold grower if you look at the iSoap website, but it's it'll grow cold to intermediate apparently, so I'm going to give it a try. I trust the Tarzane guys. It's going to live in my tank for sure. It might winter in my tent because it gets lower temps in there and whatnot, but I am extremely excited to have this plant. It's such a neat little one. I don't think I've ever seen this before, except for on their site, so that's a special one. That's Dendrobium Leukocyanum. We'll dive into this container next. Where we at? And I've got to unwrap this, so bear with me a moment. This plant is supposed to be pretty special because it's not an easy to find variety. I'm still getting into these. I don't know too much about them, but I do know that I love these plants. So this is a Dendrobium Cuthbertsonii hybrid, and it is called Dendrobium Mountain Magic, and this is the white variety. So it's got a pretty neat greenish white looking flower, and that's something I don't have much of in my collection except for angraecoids and things like that. So another one for sure for the tank. I'm going to get this on a mount and put it up next to its cousins. Oh look, and it does have a bud on, so we should hopefully, as long as this hangs in there, see this flower in the not too distant future, and I'm super excited about it. It's a cool to intermediate grower again. It grows in bright light. I would recommend growing all your Cuthbertsonii in bright light, not full sun, but bright light. Filtered sun, if you have it, or shaded by other plants or something like that, but they really do well under brighter conditions. So this plant is Dendrobium Mountain Magic White, and again, I'm extremely excited to finally be able to expand my little Cuthbertsonii collection. So that's a good one. The last plant here, again, is another Dendrobium, and I'm going to go ahead and get this unpacked, and we will take a look at it. As you see, it's a little bit larger than the other ones, so another exciting plant. So as you can see, this is a bit of a caned Dendrobium, and wow, it's awesome. Cakey monster, look at that. That is cool. I gotta do some research and see about this plant, but I did read up a little bit on it on iSoap. I did good this time. I researched all these plants before I ordered them. Pretty blooms must have indeed, but I did good. So this is Dendrobium Chitimaya, or Shitamaya. I'll put the name up on the screen because I know I butcher everything, at least the first few rounds, till someone corrects me. This has a really, in my opinion, special bloom. It's got a yellowish, pale yellow, kind of fading to white bloom with a purplish pink central area, and I don't have anything at all like this, so really interested in it. I love my Dendrobiums. I've been doing relatively well with my Dendrobiums, especially this past season, so I'm excited to branch out and try more and more of them. The only thing that's conflicting for me right now, Tarzane's got this listed as a small plant, maybe medium-sized, and I know on iSoap it says it's a large Dendrobium, so I'm interested to see what ends up happening. I really don't care either way. It will have a happy, healthy home, but it's going to go on a mount. It's going to get mounted, you know, pendulously, and we're just going to see how it goes. I do know it grows in extremely bright light. iSoap says full sun, so this is going to probably get hung from the actual top beam in my greenhouse and hang down under the bright side. So give it lots of light and see how it goes. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so keikis on it, and at least one new growth. Let's see, yeah, one new growth down here at the base, so that's very exciting. One of these keikis is really well grown. It's almost the same size as the canes, and it's got another one here that's getting on as well, so seems to be maybe a little keiki prone, but yeah, interesting. We'll see how it goes. I know this is a somewhat resting type. It might be arguable. I don't know enough about it to really say yet, but iSoap says it gets a short rest, not like a full on type of rest, so that's where we're going to start. Definitely going to get it out of this pot. It is dry as a bone, which is not a bad thing right now, and get it onto a mount ASAP and see what happens. So that is exciting. If I haven't already thrown the blooms up, I will, but that is, again, Dendrobium Chitimaya, or Shitamaya. Really interesting little Dendrobium. So that's my haul for today. That's everything unboxed. Let's get everything over into the grow room and we'll take a closer look. Alrighty, so here we are in the grow room with the plants. They're about to get their first watering, and before I do that and put them away, I figured we'd take a nice close look at them. So starting in the back row from left to right, this is our Murmur Cafella, oh lord, forgot already, Alba Purpurea. As you see, it's nice and small. It's got new roots coming on it, a big bad newest growth on it, and I'm really excited to get that thing on a mount and get it into some really bright light and see how it does. The plant next to it here, this is our Dendrobium Mountain Magic White. It's got this little bud on already here, and let me do, yeah, new growths growing, 2 of them here, and perhaps, perhaps even a third one down here at the base if I don't break it off. Anyhow, another plant in great condition from Tarzane. The little Solagini Corombosa here has one really nice developed new growth, another one here, and a third one if you turn it around on this backside back there, and it is just in great condition. Haven't unpotted any of these yet and seen the roots, but I'm sure they are in decent shape judging by the look of that plant. Really, really nice looking. The little Dendrobium Leukocyanum is down here. Great shape. It's got new roots coming on it and new growths coming out of multiple directions. I've got, I believe, 2 here and 1 here, so 3 total on that as well. Really, really exciting. I'm going to get this thing mounted up, maybe even on that little tree fern piece. I'm not sure yet. I'm still considering what to do there, but I think this might be the first plant to try out on that. I got to do a little bit more research. We will see. The Leptodes Unicolor is right here, looking good. Again, small plant, very Brassivola-like in appearance, but micro as far as that's concerned. Really cool, and it grows pretty much like a cattleya as well for the most part. You can apply just about the same growing techniques for Leptodes. This plant here, we will start down here at the tip. You can see all the awesome cakiness right down to the new growth in the pot. This is our Dendrobium Chitimaya or Shitamaya. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it clearly, but everything is looking really nice as usual. Thank you to the Tarzane Group as always for these amazing plants. Nothing less than spectacular. I'm going to go ahead and get these plants watered. I've got to water everything today, so I've got quite a bit more work to do, and I still have to cook dinner as well, so I got to get to it. But I hope you enjoyed my little unboxing video today, or not so little, but I hope you enjoyed my little haul today, I should say, from Tarzane, and I'm really excited to see these plants grow on. I will give you guys an update really soon. I've got some new blooms in the tent. I am not going to be able to film today, so tomorrow I should be able to get in there, but I will sort all these plants out maybe later today, and tomorrow we'll take a look at them once they've gotten on their new mounts and in their final resting places. So thank you as always for watching. I do appreciate it, and until next time, please stay safe and happy growing. See ya. Let's take one more look at that boy. Look at that thing. Oh, I'm so excited. Alrighty guys, see ya.